Hi, it's Megan again. So I figured I would do a video about my thoughts and feelings, about my surgery to see if, because there's a lot of people with a lot of different opinions out there. Some people would, regret it, or some people would say that they would do it again if they could, or, different opinions. So here's my opinion. I'm not saying that everybody's the same. Everybody's definitely different and have different opinions, different experiences. I mean, we're all different people. So, um, first things first is I think that this was the best decision of my entire life. And I'm pretty young. I am 22. Well, I'll be 23 in like 2 weeks. But, so for my age, I'm pretty young to have this surgery. And I know that I still have, well, should have a longer, I have a lot of years left over in my life still. But I'm going to say right now that I don't care what happens the rest of my life. This will be the best decision that I have ever made. The reason why I'm saying that is because it, I'm not a very confident person. I don't have, a lot of confidence. I never really liked my body. My boobs were my biggest insecurity. Even right now, being in a tank top, it's not my thing. I don't like it. I don't like anything. I don't whatever. But even with being that insecure about myself, I do have to say that my confidence did go up. Um, my breasts are still pretty large, which whatever. I told my doctor, or my surgeon, excuse me, before my surgery when he was using the purple marker and marking me all up, seeing, measuring whatever. I told him, I was like, listen, you do not have to be afraid to take out too much. Itty bitty titty community. I wanted to be a part of that. Um, so, yeah, I don't know. When I was first done my surgery, I was very surprised because I thought I had very, very small boobs. I had a compression bra that really just like pushes you all in and compresses you. But so I was like, wow, I have really small boobs. And I was like, I don't have anything at all because it's such a drastic difference. He said he took out 4 or 5 pounds of tissue, which doesn't sound like a lot in a number, but if you look up some images of how much, visibly, how much fat and tissue is for just 5 pounds, it's a lot. Um, so it's a big difference for me, and I definitely noticed it. Um, One of the biggest noticeabilities, even though I was in so much pain after my surgery, which I'll get to that later. I'll get to that pain level in a few seconds. But for those who have already had the surgery, they'll understand what I'm saying. For those who don't understand what I'm saying, I'm going to try my best to explain it. But I could breathe from the bottom of my lungs. And I know it sounds really stupid. It's like, I love you from the bottom of my heart. That's not what I mean at all. I mean, like, when you have big breasts, I'm not saying that they sag, but when you have big breasts, they take up a lot more room. So down here had all of my weight for my breasts. It was, you'll understand if you're looking at this video maybe to see opinions and stuff like that. So you probably have the same problem. It's harder to breathe, but you won't even notice that because you're so used to breathing like that. But after you get the surgery, you're gonna take a deep breath and be like a cloud, like you sucked in a magical cloud, and I don't know, it's like there's still weight there because you still have boobs, but it's not down here. Like, I don't know, if you ever have somebody, like maybe your boyfriend or something, come up behind you and hold your boobs, like, you can't do it yourself because you're still supporting your weight with your shoulders. But if you have somebody else come up and do that, and you take a giant, deep breath, it is just so magical. And that was my first opinion when I had my surgery. Like, after I had my surgery, that was my first impression, and I fell in love with it. So, I want to talk about my pain level that I had. First of all, I personally did not have any complications at all. My surgery went amazingly. My recovery in the hospital. I mean, I made a few videos. If you want to go back and look at those videos, I have my 1-day post-op, 2-day post-op, what I was doing to recover quicker. And I have a lot of different tips. If you want to go back and check out my other videos, I have a lot of tips that Like, just, those stupid little tips, like not wearing socks, because your life will just be easier if you don't wear socks. It sounds stupid, but it is so helpful. So those are like more, I don't know, detailed. But for me, overall, my surgery, my recovery, my everything went great. It went very, very nicely. I had Dr. Chapin from Doylestown. I had my surgery in the Doylestown Center. It wasn't even a hospital technically, so it was very comfortable, very roomy, and not scary at all. I had my own room, no curtains or anything. Like, it was an actual room with like walls, and just very, very nice nurses. I had these super comfy like legging socks that like massage your legs to help you stay asleep and keep circulation moving. It was awesome. I had a very, 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 very good experience. So if somebody were to ask me if I would to reverse time to a year ago, so this would be May 2016. I had my surgery September 2016. So if somebody would reverse me a year, I would still call this doctor. I would still have a consultation. I would still go through with the surgery because, like I said, obviously it's a surgery. It's going to have recovery time. You're going to be in a little bit of pain here and there, but it is nothing that you can't bear. I mean, it is so worth it. Some people will say it's not worth it, but I guess my bottom line is it was so worth it to me. I would do it. I would do it again. The one thing that kind of upsets me, but everybody's different, so everybody's gonna have different results and stuff like that. But you have a smaller chance of breastfeeding. But for me, for my situation, it was worth it still. Even with that, it was worth it. My breasts were so large that they were pushing into my ribs, which were pushing into my lungs, my shoulder blades, my spine, my neck, everything. And my confidence, really. And I know confidence is not, you can't see that, you can't, somebody else can't feel my confidence level unless I display it, obviously. But that is something that is just so, I don't know, I just feel like it's a very, very great idea. And I encourage anybody who's thinking about it to definitely go through with it. Do your research so you know what you're expecting. I have a lot of videos, like I said, of my surgery, what I had to go through, what my doctor was like, and the little tricks that I had. So yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions about my breast reduction.